House cleaning, no mess, no stress. Q Post 3018 came to us on the 18th of December 2019 at 1:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get a JPEG here, house cleaning, no mess, no stress. A Twitter link to The Hill. Just in, fourth Pentagon official announces resignation within a week. Durham discoveries can lead to early retirement? ? In the kill box. Think FBI departures. Think DOJ departures. Q. So again, just kind of think of all the mass exodus. The people in the DOJ, the FBI, they haven't been removed from power, fired, just removed from their positions in general. Post 3719 came to us on the 18th of December 2019 at 2:37 p.m. Senior resignation at DOJ and DARPA. We got the DARPA head resigning and moving on to industry. Stephen Walker, the 21st director of the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA, announced his resignation on Tuesday, which will be effective January 10th of 2020. Defense News has learned. Walker will move on to a position in the industry through a DARPA spokesman did not reveal where. Still tracking the resignations? ? DARPA in the brackets FB. Q. 3720 come on the 18th of December 2019 at 2:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Timing of impeachment vote revised in the brackets 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Interview with Barr 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coincidence? The D's don't want you to watch Bill Barr tonight at 7 p.m. Anything to distract you. 3721 came on the 18th of December 2019 at 3:22 p.m. It's a redrop. What happens when 90% of the media is controlled and owned by just 6 corporations? What happens when those same corporations are operated and controlled by a political ideology? What happens when the news is no longer free from bias? What happens when the news is no longer reliable and independent? What happens when the news is no longer trustworthy? What happens when the news simply becomes an extension, an arm of a political party? Facts become fiction. Fiction becomes fact. When does news become the propaganda? Identity creation. How does the average person who is under constant financial stress, by design, find time to research and discern fact from fiction? Majority of the people prone to believe someone in power sitting behind a big brand, a big news name. Do people, the human psyche, tend to follow the majority, the mainstream viewpoint, in fear of being isolated and or shunned? Mainstream is used for a reason, to dominate trend and opinion. If a majority of people believe X, then X must be validated and true. Why do mainstream media heads within different organizations always use the same keywords and or catchphrases? Coordinated by who? Outside entity providing instruction. Do they count on the fact that people, human psyche, are more prone to believe something if heard over and over again by different trusted sources? Do echo chamber tactics provide validation and credibility to the topic, the point being discussed? Threat to intellectual freedom. Would control of these institutions and organizations allow to the mass control of the population viewpoint regarding a desired topic? Read again. Digest this. Would control of these institutions and organizations allow for the mass control of population's viewpoint regarding a desired topic? Logical thinking. Why, after the election of 2016, did the D's in the media core jumpstart a coordinated and planned divisive blitz intended to create falsehoods regarding the legitimacy of the election, character assassination of the POTUS through sexism, racism, and every other ism out there, pre and post-election 2016? Why were violent mass terror organizations such as Antifa immediately created and funded? Why were these organizations tasked with immediate intimidation and shutdown of any pro-POTUS rally and or event? Why were marches immediately organized to counter and silence pro-POTUS rallies and or events? Why were the marches immediately organized which divided people into sex, gender, and race through ism? When you control the levers of the news dissemination, you control the narrative. Control of the narrative equals power. When you are blind, what do you see? They want you divided. Divided by religion, divided by sex, divided by political affiliation, divided by class. When you are divided and angry and controlled, you target those different from you, not those responsible, the controllers in the brackets. Divided you are weak, divided you pose no threat to their control. When non-dogmatic information becomes free and transparent, it becomes a threat to those who attempt to control the narrative and or the stable, the livestock, kept inside, the sheep. When you are awake, you stand on the outside of the stable, of the groupthink collective, and have free thought. Free thought is a philosophical viewpoint which holds the positions regarding truth should be formed on the basis of logic, reason, rather than authority, tradition, revelation, or dogma. This represents a clear and present danger to the constitutional republic of the United States of America. Bottom line, they lost. And now Trump has flipped the whole damn thing up on top of their heads. The indictments are coming, and so is the pain. I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you.